Startups are pretty cool and fascinating. I'll tell you a short story, right? So when Unacademy started back in 2015, they just had very few employees, I think 10 or 20 employees. And at that time, their marketing head joined in, right? And he was given some ESOPs by Unacademy. ESOP stands for Employee Stock Options. That's what the stocks employees get when they join a company. And today, those stocks are worth 20 crores. That's just insane, right? The incentive that you get for just being part of a startup just pays off in the long run. And that's why startups are interesting, especially when companies like Facebook, which were once a startup, go public. You just end up making millions of dollars at once just because you were an early believer in their startup and you joined them early. So today we're just going to talk about internships in startups. I have interned at Pushstart in my first year, which was a startup. In my second year of college, I interned at a German consulting firm, which was not a startup, but I've got a couple of offers from companies like Cred, Vedantu, and Haptic, which are startups. So I have quite a bit of experience about how these startups work and what do they look for in interns? And if you're someone whose college does not have an on-campus internship, then how exactly do you approach these guys? How exactly do you get internships from these cool startups in India? Let's find out. So before we dive into how do you apply to internships, the step one is to have a skill set, right? So, for example, if a startup like CureFit is hiring, and if they're hiring web development interns, then you should know the skills required to contribute to their company, right? For example, if CureFit uses React as the platform to build their website, then you should know what React components are, what React style components are, how do you style in React, and how do you pass a prop, things like this. These could be easily learned through some online course. And if you really want to know how do you learn different skills, then visit our community, and there are different channels for each skill. Go to one of the channels like say graphic design and ask people how did they learn, and you'll have some expert answering your questions. So just pick up one of these skills. It could be web dev, it could be graphic design, it could be sales, marketing, strategy, operations, could be one of these. Right? And once you know a bit about it, I'm not saying become an expert, but you should at least know the basics, things that would allow you to build a simple project or at least allow you to be employable. Now you have a skill and maybe you have some portfolio projects that you built using the skill. And now let's move on to step two, which is actually applying to internships. Alright, so the number one way of getting your internship is through the HR route, right? What I mean by HR route is, a lot of these websites like say Grow has a contact us page where they have a page that says careers, and they'll give you an email address which says, hey, just mail us your resume over here. We'll take a look at your resume, and if it sounds interesting, then we'll get back to you. One of my friends, Shreyans, got his internship in his first year of college at Grow by applying to the career section. So he just went to Grow's career section, emailed them saying, hey, these are my skills, this is what I've done in college, and let's work together. And they gave him an internship. Even LinkedIn has a couple of internships. Like if you go to the job section of LinkedIn, you'll be able to see some internships from different companies. So just follow your favorite companies, follow your favorite startups, and see if they're posting any internships over there. But the problem with LinkedIn that I see is when it comes to really big startups, a lot of people would apply, like more than 200 people. So that might be a bit more competitive. The second route that I would like to call the employee or product manager route is that start connecting with the project manager or the product manager of that particular company. For example, if Morgan Stanley has a product manager, I would just connect with them and ask them, is there any particular resource that they need at the moment? For example, a product manager needs a web developer. Then usually what the product manager does is that he'll tell the HR to put out a post on one of these recruitment platforms to ask for a web developer, right? But instead, what you can do is you can directly contact the product manager and ask if you can intern at their place. Maybe send your resume, don't send your resume. I'm not sure if they'll be interested in seeing a resume. Tell them about how exactly you can help them make their project better. Right, this is how the Cred offer came in. The product manager thought that I can actually contribute in the marketing space, and that's why I ended up getting the offer. I'm not sure if I'll join. I did not contact the HR directly. Instead, the product manager reached out to me because he thought I can contribute to the project. Third route is through your alumni network. If you're from a college which has quite a good alumni network, then try contacting some of your alumni and be like, hey, can I intern at this place? Hey, can you give me a referral? Hey, can you test my skills and maybe I can help you out over here? try using your alumni network. And if you're from a college which does not have a good alumni network, then here's what you should be doing. There are a lot of conferences and networking events happening around, alright? So if you just go on Google and type in conferences and networking events happening, then you'll find tons of them. So attend these networking events, attend these conferences. You can go to websites like Townscript or F6S or Eventbrite to find out about these conferences. So these are conferences where industry professionals actually come and you can talk to them. So while having a conversation, tell them that you're a college student looking for an internship and if there is any way that they can help you out. In most cases, in a conference, you should be able to find a couple of opportunities pretty easily. Also attend events, alright? So a lot of these companies have a bunch of events happening. For example, Google has tons of competitions and events happening. A lot of startups organize a lot of hackathons. So keep an eye out on these hackathons that different colleges and startups organize. Because once you participate in these events, you'll get contacts of a lot of employees in these companies, and it'll be much easier for you to crack and enter that company as an intern. So keep an eye out on websites like Dare to Compete, F6S.com, Eventbrite, Townscript, and see if there are any opportunities for hackathons. There are tons of websites which give you information about hackathons. I think there's something called Angel Hack. You can check those websites out, and once you start participating, you'll be able to interact directly with some of the executives of these companies. Another route that you can take is to build your personal brand, right? And this has helped me a lot. I think all of the offers that I got was through the personal brand that I had built. Go on LinkedIn and start posting. Start a YouTube channel. Go and tweet on Twitter. Tell them about the work that you're doing and do not be shy to show your work. If you're working on something, show it to the world, and you never know, you can get a lot of opportunities through that. So be consistent and try building a social media brand. Posting on Instagram is cool, but I would say try using Twitter and LinkedIn more often, or maybe just try building a brand on YouTube. It really helps in getting opportunities as well. In this day and age of the internet, having a strong internet personality would really help you establish credibility and authority when you're approaching companies. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the video. I hope you got some tips and insights into how you can get some internships. If you have any questions, then leave them in the comment section down below. Hopefully someone else experienced should be able to answer your comment and give some cool replies. And if possible, I'll also try replying to your comment. That's pretty much it. And if you want to join India's most creative and most powerful student community, then click on the link in the description, join our Discord, and I'll see you there. Take care and Happy New Year. Oh no, it's almost February. Bye.